Welcome to another classic car buyer video review. Today we're reviewing a 1962 Ford Consul Capri. As you can see, this Capri is finished in dark blue with a white roof, white sideline, plus plenty of chrome around the entire vehicle to give it a more glamorous look. The Consul Capri was codenamed Sunbird and has design elements taken from the Ford Thunderbird and the Ford Galaxy Sunliner. Ford wanted this car to add some glamour to their product line, and they did a great job. With sweeping lines, large boot space and a pillarless coupe roof, this car certainly does look glamorous. When you look at this car, you'll notice a strong US influence in the styling on both the interior and exterior of the vehicle. The Consul Capri was available for export only when it was announced in September 1961, but it went on sale to the domestic British market just a few months later in January 1962. This car was fitted with a number of the Ford Classic Deluxe features, including 4 headlights, variable speed wipers, 9.5-inch front disc brakes, dimming dashboard lights and a cigar lighter. As you can see in the video, this Ford Consul Capri's interior matches the colours on the exterior, with the dark blue leather trim, dark blue seats and white piping. The front seats are comfortable, but they are a little tricky to get into with the car being so low to the ground. The back seats are comfortable, but there is extremely limited space. I was sitting in the back of this car while we were recording the video review, and your head is constantly arched forward at an angle thanks to the shape of the roof. There's not a whole lot going on with the instrument panel, just your basic speedometer, mile counter, temperature and fuel gauges, light controls and a control for the window wipers. There's also a lockable glove box which provides a small amount of storage space. Under the bonnet, this Ford Consul Capri has a 2000cc Ford Zetec engine, which performs much better than the original engine, especially when it comes to acceleration. The original Ford Consul Capri were fitted with a 1340cc engine, but the cars were considered underpowered and suffered from premature crankshaft failure. As a result, the engine capacity was increased to 1498cc in August 1962. This engine was a big improvement and contained a 5-bearing crankshaft rather than the 3-bearing crankshaft in the earlier models. In February 1963, Ford announced the GT version too. The new GT engine, developed by Cosworth, featured a raised compression ratio of 9:1, a modified head with larger exhaust valves, an aluminium inlet manifold, a 4-branched exhaust manifold, and most noticeably, a twin-choke Weber carburetor. This car is nice to drive. The steering is very heavy at slow speeds, but once you get going you don't notice it as much. With the 2-litre Ford Zetec engine, this car accelerates much faster than the original engine, which helps when it comes to driving around town or pulling out of turns. The current setup with the soft or saggy suspension is not very practical. Accelerating too quickly will cause the car to bottom out. You also have this problem if you try to go around bends or corners too quickly. You'll notice the car start to bottom out. One thing about this Capri is that it kept catching on the road. It's incredibly low and country roads have lots of dips and mounds, so we noticed it catching along the road quite frequently. Overall, it's a comfortable drive, for the driver and front seat passenger at least. If you're sitting in the back seats, then it's not very comfortable at all due to the extremely limited space. To conclude, this is a stunning example of a Ford Consul Capri. It's an extremely rare car, and even more so when they're in as good a condition as this one. It's pleasant to drive with no major issues, and it's a real head turner thanks to the glamorous styling and the US influence on the design. It's almost like the Ford UK's equivalent to the American Ford Mustang. As with all older cars, you can expect niggling problems, but there are no major issues with this vehicle. It's still extremely reliable. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our other upcoming classic car video reviews.